Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hello, my people. Breaking news. Buhari has appointed Ibrahim Gabari as new chief of staff. Finally, the long-awaited chief of staff don't show, my dear. Now, so we go come talk about the guy so you can meet the new chief of staff properly and as you need to know him, who he is, and everything about him. Anyway, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Please, I hope you are maintaining social distancing, washing your hands, and adhering to government guidelines. Why? Because we want to keep ourselves safe. At this time of coronavirus, we need to keep ourselves, not just ourselves, but also our family safe, because coronavirus not get brother, not look face. So anyway, my people, let's go in. Breaking news. Buhari has just appointed a new chief of staff, Professor Ibrahim Gabari, as the new chief of staff to President Muhammad Buhari. A former Under-Secretary General of the United Nations, Professor Ibrahim Gabari, has been appointed the new chief of staff to the President Muhammad Buhari. Gabari is from Kwara State, and he was a Minister of the External Affairs between 1984 and 1985. A professor of repute and a global citizen. He is 79 years old, and is the one now President Muhammad Buhari has just appointed to replace the person of Abba Kyari. We all know Abba Kyari was Buhari's former chief of staff, a gentleman, but yet you don't hear this adage when they say green snake under the green grass. They shout, they make noise, but you have to be careful. You don't hear of the way they call sting netter. Quiet, but very observant and watching, and in fact the mouthpiece. Now Buhari is surrounding himself with professors. Why did I say so? The vice president of the country, Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo, not forget saying a professor. Now Gabari also is a professor. I think Buhari, he done the wise up, or they don't they put people around them when he go help him make the right decision at every point in time. We hope he go allow them lead them, because the truth is, we know that whenever Buhari is not in the country, and the person of Yemi Osibanjo has had the opportunity when Buhari, dutifully and lawfully relieve power to him. Like the other time he went outside the country, we saw the meaningful contribution of the person of Yemi Osibanjo as the acting president, and we saw for the first time that Nigerian naira rose, in the foreign markets. These are some of the things we are talking about. Now, the breaking news is here. Buhari has appointed Ibrahim Gabari as the new chief of staff. He was the former affairs minister. Professor Ibrahim Gabari has been appointed the new chief of staff to replace the person of late Abba Kyari, who died last month of COVID-19. This is gathered that Gabari has been Buhari's foreign minister, and he has been a confidant at military heads of state from the 1980s. He's someone who has been in the corridor of power. This is not his first time. He's been there. He has served in different capacity, in Nigeria, relating to international market and, international body. So we want to know if this guy is going, before now, he was just a minister, nothing more. We want to know if this guy is going to, replace late Abba Kyari. Why did I say that? Abba Kyari was one man. We know they talk plenty, but actions speak louder than voice. We heard, there was alleged rumor that He was the brain box behind Buhari's administration. He won't say much, but Buhari has to see, has Buhari's ears. Buhari has to seek his advice to be able to make a decision or what have you in Nigeria. We want to know if this man, he has served with the UN, he has served in different capacity to represent Nigeria, and now he's been appointed. He's a professor, like we earlier said, and we'll get to know him better in the forthcoming days. There's not so much to say about this guy currently right now, other than he's a professor and he has been one of the person, who has been in the corridor of power, who's been representing Nigeria and has been widely and mostly exposed in the sense that this guy, he has had international influences. I want to believe that him coming as the new chief of staff might influence some of the decisions in Nigeria. We hope, say, go come become like others as business as usual, as if they've not been exposed and as if they don't want, betterment for the country. This is the guy that is replacing Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari, as you can see the pictures, was so close to President Muhammad Buhari, right behind him, even closer to him than the vice president of the country. In fact, now Abba Kyari and Buhari, they send message to go do some kind, presidential representation. Even what the vice president of the country should go for, it was Abba Kyari that Buhari was sent. So this new guy wants to know if he's going to be, is going to replace Abba Kyari, if you get what I mean. If he's going to fit into the same shoes, or it's just going to be, a person of his own, or he's going to help in the leadership of Nigeria in the place of advising President Muhammad Buhari. Don't forget that the place of the chief of staff to the president is to guide the president, make him see what he's not saying. Bring those points that he may be missing out and say, oh God, you have missed out this point. This is what the people are saying. This is what Nigerians, this is where they are focusing on. This is what they are saying. This is what is going on. This is how we should lead things. We can't see now whether people like Gabari, Shehu, we can't see they open their mouth, they become how do they call them? Because now they might be presidency, now they give law and order. Anyway, with this new person, we'll get to see if Buhari, if things are going to be different and if Nigeria is going to have a new step in the right direction. What we want to see is Nigeria moving forward, making impressions around the nations of the world, positive one that will move us forward. We want to know if this guy is going to advise the president adequately to help him, make informed decision that can move Nigeria forward. We look forward to his forthcoming, his coming days as he stepped into office and begin actively in the place of the president's chief of staff. What that does is that he's a voice for the president. He sees what the president cannot see. He helps him pick out, his flaws and say, oh God, you the match line here. And the chief of staff cannot just be anybody. It has to be somebody who is close to the president or to whoever they are staying by. What that means is that you are able to tell him the truth, not what he wants to hear. So we'll see if this guy is going to, be that voice that will tell Buhari the right thing. And whether we'll see whether I go come quench Femi Adesina voice, because that one just the back. Wow, now dog without control. Now they face the north. Imagine waiting that guy talk some time ago. When I think I they wonder whether this guy, whether I think at all. He said Nigerians people know they complain. During the time of Jonathan, they were having 10 bombs per day. Now Buhari time, they're having 2. They should be grateful. When bomb blast, not be human being, now rock they go blast. Can you imagine? So no sympathy, no care for human life, and you just say it lavishly and just carelessly as if it does not matter, as if it's not the country that is being destroyed. So you see, people with no sense of direction or leadership. That's what we are talking about. So want to see and really, ascertain if this guy is going to be different, if it's going to influence Buhari positively, if it's going to help the leadership of the country move forward, advance. He's 75 years old, he's 79 years old. I want to see how. Let's give him that kudos that he's an elder. He's been there. He's worked in Nigeria, walls of corridor here and there. He has advised president. president. We want to see if this guy is really going to, him and Buhari are going to work well together, if it's really going to affect Nigeria politics as we can see. Anyway, my people, now the news be this. So the breaking news of the hour. Not forget to thumbs up for us, like and share. Subscribe if you never subscribe, because we keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. You have a voice, please use it. Don't allow anyone to intimidate you, because you are the voice and the future of Nigeria. Your voice will steer the country in the right direction. Don't forget to leave us a note and stay safe. God bless you. Bye for now.